the Executive Director, the Center for Research and Security Studies. He joins us also from Islamabad, so it's a pleasure. Firstly, your reaction to the news of the former president's death.
Well, it was long expected. He had been suffering very seriously, and a lot of people had already believed that he may already have passed away. But obviously, this news came this morning from Dubai, and it did not shock anybody, but obviously, it has once again opened old wounds, reviving memories from General Pervez Musharraf, from the 12th October 1999 coup that he staged against the former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. Not many people know as to why General Pervez Musharraf was able to seize power. He was airborne. He was on his way back from Colombo. And when he was still airborne, his flight was denied permission. Even the alternative airport, which usually is part of the flight plan, was also shut down. And when eventually the plane landed after his colleagues had taken over power in Islamabad, the aircraft had been left with barely 10 minutes fuel. So this was it went on to become a personal feud between Pervez Musharraf and Nawaz Sharif, who also had to face the music once charged with several issues, and then he was convicted also on a couple of charges before he was flown out of Pakistan with the help of the Saudi Arabian rulers. They brokered a deal. So General Pervez Musharraf's legacy is a mixed bag. You know, he was known as a bold, courageous person primarily because of his commando training that he had received at the military academy. He also reached out to India, tried to settle the Kashmir dispute with India through several initiatives which put India on the defensive. They went into a sleeping mode, into wait and see mode. But domestically, I think he created a lot of problems. You know, the mother of all sins that he had committed was breaching the constitution with the help of his colleagues who had staged actually a coup before Musharraf could land in Pakistan on the 12th of October. So he also then took many initiatives, as Kamran was saying. He opened the media landscape to the electronic media, private media. Then he created space for women representation in the parliament. There was also legislation on the local governments, on district governments. But then he eventually became victim of his own expedience. He wanted to prolong his rule. And in that attempt, he then compromised on many of the ideals which he had set himself when he seized power, because he used to call Pakistan's democracy as a sham democracy. He basically had leveled similar allegations against the prime minister, which his predecessor had done, like particularly General Ziaul Haq. So it's a mixed legacy that Pervez Musharraf has left behind.
Just about 30 seconds left with you. Why did General Musharraf find it necessary to exile himself to Dubai in 2016?
Well, I think there were legal issues. He had been charged with sedition, with abrogation of the constitution under the Article 6 of Pakistan's constitution. So this was one way, and the previous governments had initiated that case against him. So the best bet for him was to just go into self-exile with the help of Pakistan's military establishment, which basically took him under its feathers. He was first, basically it was the Pakistan army which helped him get out of the country to avoid any legal consequences for what he had done in October 1999 and thereafter.
All right, Imtiaz Gul at the Center for Research and Security Studies. Appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.